Hey gang, what is going on out there? Hope everyone is doing well, having a good day. Have something really cool to talk to you about today. I've been reading some research about this, and just read some more yesterday. But it's really interesting, and it has to do with our metabolism. A lot of times, people will really get fearful if they're losing weight, or if they're on, for instance, intermittent fasting. If they're fasting, if they're losing weight, many people feel, and for good reason, that their metabolism is also going to lower. Their metabolic rate will also lower. Their energy level will lower if they're losing weight. And what the research is indicating is if you are if you are under caloric restrictions, if you're trying to really reduce your calories, which a lot of diets, that is the basic premise of a lot of diets, of course, is we want to reduce our calories. It's, if you eat less calories and you expend less, if you eat less calories and you expend more calories, then you're going to lose weight, is the premise with the majority of diets. The problem with that, though, as research has proven, is that when we do lose weight in that fashion by restricting our calories, our metabolism will also lower as we lose the weight. So, yes, we're losing the weight, but then our metabolism also decreases. And that is why, of course, diets never never seem to pan out. You lose the weight, but then your metabolism drops also. And there is even research indicating, and especially for women, so sorry ladies, but as women lose weight in this fashion by restricting their calories, their ability to metabolize, to oxidize fat also decreases. So they're almost putting themselves in a worse state. Even, I mean, everyone included. Sorry, I didn't mean just to pick on women, but everyone included. But it seems more so with women that this occurs. So now when we look at intermittent fasting, where we are not reducing calories per se, we're eating in windows of time. So we're eating for 8 hours and then not eating. And with this type of pattern, with this type of eating pattern, when you're not eating for these periods of time, your body will start to produce ketones. So if you're familiar with the ketogenic diet, that is the entire premise of the ketogenic diet, that you want to eat high fat foods, that lower carbohydrates, so your body starts to burn ketones, and ketones are fatty acids. When you burn fat, when you metabolize fat, they break down into fatty acids. So instead of your body burning sugar, as it does when you're eating a lot of carbohydrates, with the ketogenic diet, you start to burn fats, ketones. Ketones are produced in your liver. This also occurs, though, when you intermittently fast, or when you fast. The time when you're not eating, your body will start to produce ketones, those fatty acids, and that will be your primary fuel source. Instead of the sugar, instead of the glucose, you'll start to burn fat also when you intermittently fast. And now tying this back to your metabolism, what happens, and this is the really amazing part, when your body is producing ketones and you're using that as your primary fuel, it can actually change how your genes present. They call this epigenetics. And epigenetics simply is that when we, through our environment, or our behavior, can actually influence how our genes respond or how they present. And by restrictive eating with intermittent fasting, again, your body produces ketones, and ketones have this epigenetic effect where it will change the way the cellular metabolism works. So just astonishing, really incredible. And where the focal point seems to be in the cell is the mitochondria. And if you remember years back to biology class, the mitochondria is simply the powerhouse of the cell, really where all the metabolism is taking place. So again, when your body is producing ketones through fasting, it can change the way the cell's metabolism is. And again, the focal point is the mitochondria. So just incredible that we can influence how our genes works. And if you want to take it a step further, it can even influence, it can change our DNA. And that just blows my mind that these ketones have that ability, this epigenetic effect on the cells, on the DNA, to change our metabolism. So the end result is that our metabolism does not decrease if we're losing weight by intermittent fasting. And again, if you're just simply restricting calories, if you're on that type of diet, your metabolism is going to drop. But if your body is producing ketones, and again, you can produce ketones by fasting, by intermittently fasting, it can actually change the metabolism of your cells, epigenetics, so your metabolism will not drop. So that blows my mind. It really does, that we have that capability to change our genes, how they present, to change our DNA. So I hope that helps you. Again, I know a lot of people get fearful that, I've tried diets before, I've lost the weight, boom, my metabolism drops, the weight comes back on, and a lot of people, even they never can fully recover in terms of their metabolism dropping. The metabolism has dropped, they put weight back on, and their metabolism still stays really at a lower level. And you see it all the time. That's why diets do not work. Eventually, the weight's going to come back. Your metabolism has slowed down to a snail's pace, and not good. But you have this other option now with intermittent fasting. It can change. You can lose weight, and your metabolism can still not only stay where it was, but it can even increase, especially if you're exercising. So if you add those two components, intermittent fasting and you're exercising, especially high intensity strength training, you have the golden ticket in your hands for weight, not just for weight loss too, but for so many different health benefits. So please listen to this again if it doesn't make sense. But basically, we want to be able to not have a negative effect on our metabolism if we're trying to lose weight. And with intermittent fasting, you will not. So I hope that helps you, clears up maybe some misnomers you might have. And again, I hope that helps. If you could please subscribe, I will be making a lot more videos similar to this based on health and losing weight. And if you could like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.